Hello everybody and welcome back to another tutorial on this beautiful machine, the Boss Rc505 Mark II. Don't mind the paint in my hands, I was painting cabinets and I kinda missed, and now I can't get it off. But anyway, today we're going to be making a rolling Psytrance bass, which sounds like this. And this is a very, very easy effect to achieve if you can lip roll. So this is the first time I've made a tutorial where you have to be able to make an underlying sound. You can do this without being able to lip roll, just going, but it won't sound as good. So right here, I have just, that's just a lip roll. That's a little bit of compression and EQ, by the way. But that's just a lip roll cut up with a step slicer. So the step slicer basically cuts your signal up into little bits. You get to choose how big and small the bits are. We have chosen to cut our lip roll up into 4 bits, and these bits are going to be 16th notes. So this will basically split the time in between every kick, because our kick is hitting on quarter beats. So this splits the time in between each kick into 4. These 4 are controlled here on our second screen. I'll get to that now in a second. Our depth is set to 100. You can play around with this, but this basically leaves gaps in between the so it leaves a little bit of sound in between the cuts. It kind of makes it sound more like a wobble. At 100, it's a nice cut, and you get that nice Psytrance-y feel. But to our second screen, this is the important part. We're going to leave a hole for our kick. Basically, this is exactly where the kick hits. So we don't want anything right here, because then it will overlap with our kick. It can get a little bit chunky in the low mid section. It'll just get a little bit too much. We want control over our kick, so we're going to leave it alone by leaving this at 0. But now these you have control over. So if you want, say, your bass just to come in on the upbeat and stay in until the kick comes in, you can put both these at 100. And that sounds nice. If you want this to be short and leave out the 16th before your kick, it kind of sounds a little bit more swingy because that note is shorter. If you wanted to, you could put both these on around 70, and it'll cut them a little bit. Or the original thing that I had was 3 of them around 70. So you can play around with this. You can get a whole bunch of different things. You can even make your steps a little longer. This goes up to 16, so you can make some very long patterns. Now, if you can't lip roll, you can not cheat, but it just won't sound as good. You can use an oscillator bot here. So I will record myself. So you can see it sounds kind of lame. But we can put an oscillator bot on. This is playing a nice low F1. And it's under the same step sequencer, or step slicer, sorry, that we had before. And it will sound. So it does still sound like Psytrance, and you can use this to taste, but personally, I like the sound of just a lip roll cut up. It's got a nice distorted low sound to it and a lot of bass. By the way, this D effect over here is just an equalizer. I'm just taking low mid out of it and a little bit of high mid, leaving in some treble and boosting the shit out of the bass. And that's it. Very, very simple. If you can lip roll, you can do this with just one effect. You can even have this on your input over here, do a lip roll into it, and record it. It'll get you really fast set up, and then you've got these for developing your song. But anyway, I hope that helps someone out there. I love everyone who made it this far. Big S to you guys. I hope many good tracks come out of this. Bye.